Nau mai, hoki mai, ki te rohi o Papaioia, mo te tōna mana haupoi Māori o Aotearoa, rua mano, rua te kau mā toru. Welcome everybody along to Palmerston North for 2023 New Zealand Māori Hockey Tournament, hosted by Taiuru Haupoi Māori and Haupoi Māori o Aotearoa. I'm Brad Pittman and I'll be with you for all Turf 1 action today and the remainder of the weekend. I've spent the last 10 years attending Māori Hockey Tournament as a player, coach, supporter, and now the voice behind the action with the best seat in the house. Our first Tāne quarterfinal coming up this afternoon is between Tāmaki Makaurau A and Tai Tokedo. I'm joined in commentary this afternoon by Waiariki Wahine player, New Zealand Fives and New Zealand Indoors international, and founder of Hepi Sports, Oriwa Hepi, Oriwa Ngā mihi nui. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Brad. I'm really excited to see what these two Tāne teams have to offer. And likewise, there's some recent international experience coming out of these two teams here, so it'll be interesting to see how they can incorporate the two skills from two different types of styles of hockey and bring it out into Māori hockey. Yeah,
and as we see the two teams come out here now, of course Tāmaki Makaurau in their blue singlets, the darker blue, Tai Tokedo in the lighter blue shirts. Tāmaki Makaurau winning their pool, so coming through as top qualifiers from their pool. Tai Tokedo second place in their pool, losing a 2-1 game to Waikato Maniapoto this morning, and with a spot in tomorrow's semi-finals on the line. This will be a huge game. This is win or go home from here now, Oriwa, and it's going to serve up a big game.
Yeah, I'm just having a look down on the field at the moment. I'm not sure how these two colour clashes are going to be on the field today. You know, in a heated moment, you look up and if you just see blue and blue. Yeah,
it is tough actually. Tracy on her way out just mentioned a similar thing, knowing that Tāmaki do have the white singlets that perhaps they could have gone with. However, blue on blue, Tāmaki and Tai Tokedo, the Battle of the North, as it is, and I guess I got to mention a repeat of the 2017 final from Hamilton, which I remember fairly fondly.
Is that back when you were still playing, Brad?
It might have been. I might have been around in those days. No, here.
Tāmaki have found a quick entrance into the 25 and they'll work the ball around the back. Just being patient and trying to find something clear going forward. And they found something into the circle, but nicely cleaned up by the Tai Tokedo team. And they win a free hit coming out.
Yeah, Bronson Baker throwing the long ball through to George Greenhill. He's dangerous here, George.
Nicely cleaned up by Adam, just pretty speedy on that track back.
Yeah, Tāmaki are going to have to be switched on to that. Bronson Baker, probably one of the best overhead exponents in the tournament.
Yeah, I've seen him throw full field overheads, right, from the defensive D up into the attacking D, so I'd have to agree on that. Really watch it, keep someone deep on the Tāmaki side.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys with some real pace up front for Tai Tokedo. George Greenhill is one who's just received the ball here now. Caleb Williamson, another one with the headband. Here comes Harrison Cochrane in at the dotted circle. Wins the free hit. They're off quickly.
Or just one of their own players within the 5 when he took that free hit. So not that they were involved in the play at all, but the umpire didn't have a bar of it. Yeah,
it's always an interesting one there to blow that one. When there was no clear involvement, they're just in the vicinity, but the rule is the rule, so
yeah, I guess so.
Somewhat. Yeah. It's easy for me to say when I'm not playing.
The rule is the rule, but not when you're playing and you don't want it to be the rule.
That's it. Here comes Ethan Codlin here with the ball. This is Caleb Williamson. I've got to make mention here for a number of these Tai Tokedo players also played in the Northland men's side for the National Hockey Championship, earning promotion up into Tier 1.
Yeah, that was an amazing final for them. Just to see one of those, not so bigger areas come through and with the win. And now they'll be up with the big leagues like the Aucklands, there is a sprinkler going off on the turf at the moment.
Yeah, so we'll just have a quick stoppage of play here because the wrong watering system's come on, unfortunately. Although I'm sure some of these players will be happy they can get all their subs on and off. Some of them might even try and get in under the sprinkler.
Yeah, we'll definitely take the time for a bit of a breath, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And just alluding, while we're having a break, just allude back to the recent international experience that some of this Tāmaki side, actually quite a lot of this Tāmaki side, have recently had at the Hockey Fives qualifier in Australia just recently. So I think there's, how many are here?
Yeah, so you would have had...
got Adam Banks at the bottom here, got Mitchell in the middle.
Jacob and Mark are
At
there,
the front,
the Iverson boys.
I think it was all just Tāmaki.
Tāmaki and Tutirangi.
Yeah.
And of course qualified through to the World Cup in Oman early next year, so that'll be exciting for the Māori teams to represent Aotearoa at that World Cup.
Very exciting. There's some amazing teams that are going through to that. Everyone would love to play the Dutch, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Until you're playing them and they just...
Until you have to look at the scoreboard.
Until you have to watch them run around you and you're like, no, okay. That's how you play.
You can see a couple of times here, though, this Taitokerau team just taking free hits really quickly. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just gets away on them. Something that Tāmaki are just going to have to keep an eye on. Yeah, pressure there on Kiharoa Iverson. Lose the ball there.
I think that's one of the things that are going to end up creeping up into people's games. It's just that basic touch.
Yep.
And you really have to, there it goes again. A nice flat ball, but it just bounces up.
Yeah, and I think that's where you see, I've noticed even in your game over the last, I guess, 12 months, especially with the involvement in indoor, has really magnified that and the importance of first touch and the ability to control the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That indoor hockey, the ball can't leave the ground, actually. So really getting your head over the ball, which is some of these boys need to be doing to keep the ball flat. Yeah,
good touch here is the entry. Tāmaki, first shot.
Oh, straight across the face of the goaler. I mean, I would have loved to see one of those Balkake boys just diving onto the far post there, but maybe next time.
Yeah, opportunity just like that. Tāmaki there. There's Callum Dempster back in the mixer for Tāmaki.
Yeah, just nicely controlled in the middle there by Te Taitokerau. Winning a free hit, rolling it onto the foot.
Here's George Greenhill, can't get past Mitch Murray. Mitch Murray takes it quickly. And there is one of the Balkakes, Marky Jr. up there for Tāmaki. And of course the team coached by Mark Senior. He's in the dugout for Tāmaki. For Taitokerau, they're coached by James Agnew. Another one of those players involved in their NHC campaign this year. And out and around they go through Bronson Baker.
Oh, nicely foot pass there.
That's good skill. There in the midfield, Baker again on the ball.
He's got a good decision making on the ball, Bronson does.
Yeah, just threw that little one layer overhead to his brother there, Arlo, who's back for tournament from Aussie. And to play for Taitokerau.
As in the Aussie League?
No, just over there working in Australia. Although I think some of our girls have been over playing in the Aussie Hockey League at the moment, or in the last week or so. I've been over there playing.
You'll have to enlighten me. Who's been doing that?
I think Caitlin was over there. Caitlin Cotter was there.
Oh, yes, yeah.
One of the Crowleys was over playing. Yeah, I did see a couple of Instagram posts come through from the Hockey One. And Aussie, what an awesome opportunity to get over there and play some hockey. Here's an opportunity, though, for Tāmaki. It's in front of goal.
It's high and it's a PC.
Yeah, up off the pads there of the goalkeeper. Yeah,
it's just the build-up play into that was actually quite nice. And quite a few short, quick passes, and then all of a sudden you're in the circle.
Yeah.
And then you just have to be really tidy on your defence to not give something away.
Yeah, of course, Tymon Iverson, the one in the mixer there, as we see. This little pass in here. It's got the bouncing ball under control, and that one up too high there off the goalkeeping boots of Josh Cahalane.
Double bracket at the top. Looks like you got a couple of drag flickers there.
Yeah, Mitch Murray on the second, but it goes to the first. I think Cal was actually looking at an upright hit there, Callum Dempster, initially. And went on the dribble, and it's well defended.
Breakaway by Te Tai Tokido. Oh, just a bit of a soft pass.
Yeah, underpassed there.
Yeah, I think it's really crucial on those turnovers to give the ball fast and give the ball quick.
Yeah,
because there's one advantage that you have is that all the attackers for the opposition is in the other circle. So the quicker you can get it down to your attacking circle, the better your chance. Yeah,
I think there's nothing worse than one of those breakouts than underpassing. You'd rather it hit too hard and goes over the back line than that.
Yeah.
However, Tamaki, what a
pass.
Oh,
what a tidy pass.
JT, Jordy Thomas.
Shooting close post.
Yeah.
Oh. Well saved by the keeper there, but they do get another chance.
And there's Mitch Murray bouncing. It's in there.
Yeah.
Lewis Rose up there, I think, for Tamaki. Yeah, it was Lewis up.
Oh, here we go again.
Trying to link up with Litchfield. I think it's Tommy, that one.
Yeah, I guess there's two things to consider there. We know that he can throw a big overhead, but are you prepared for him to throw that big overhead?
Well, that's it. As strikers, you don't have a lot of time to get ahead, and you've got to go quick, and you've got to pull it in. So there's a lot of skill as well as fitness taken to execute that well.
Absolutely.
Here's Mitch Murray on the ball. Back out to Callum Dempster. There's the overlap there through Quinton Smith. Oh, TJ Huranui.
Top of the circle. What has he got?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, a little bit bouncy, a little bit high, but the umpire says play on.
Again, defended at least for the moment by Tokido.
And another entry at the top. What a tidy little pickup there. He was challenged with a tackle, but just nicely over the stick.
Yeah, that was really smooth. Liam Williams there with the headband on. Probably trying to stop the melon from getting sunburnt more than anything.
Stop the sweat coming down into his eyes.
Here we go. Iverson, Taimana. I'll go back for the free hit outside. Probably just let him go.
Now, does Taimana wear shin pads, or is he wearing like the soccer shin pads?
They're wee football shin pads. Taimana Iverson wears, and a size 6 kids, I think from TNT. The last that I saw. Here comes Trent Hawke coming down for Tai Tokido.
Oh, Mitch is a bit confused about that. I suppose I was too.
Yeah, not sure that one. Solomon Heinga Plank can't pull that one in for Tai Tokido. We're inside 4 minutes remaining of this first quarter. Tāne quarterfinal number 1. No score on the board just yet. It's the battle of the north between Tāmaki Makaurau and Tai Tokido.
Plays open in the middle of the field here if he can pull that in.
Yeah, Ethan Codlin there, the captain for today's game for Tai Tokido in the middle of the field.
They actually haven't made many wayward passes, have they, to the other team? So maybe the blue and blue's not that bad.
No, it seems to. We certainly haven't seen any real obvious ones where they've thought the opposition was their teammate. So maybe I'll just use it as an excuse for all my bad passes.
Same with me, eh? Oh, I thought that was my teammate.
Here is Iverson with the transfer space.
Free hit.
Shot, save, shot, goal!
Goal, top net. That was bulleted into the top net. There's no way the keeper was going to get that.
Yeah, and I think as we see the replay, that was a little combo of Mark Balkake. First shot, Dempster. Second one.
Man, if you can save that, you just got rapid reflexes or something.
Jacob Balkake in the end it was with the goal.
He scored a few like that at the fives actually. It's kind of a specialty, isn't it? That reverse into the top or side net.
Yeah, Jacob Balkake loves a classy finish like that. Loves a speculator.
threatening with the overhead again, and it lands perfectly for his
George Greenhill.
teammate. Circle entrance, what can he do?
Hiroini Iverson there.
Just got a knock on the face. He's just rubbing the side of his face a little bit.
Yeah, I think the face-to-face clash there when they turned into each other, Greenhill and Iverson.
Oh, fancy pass, just not that fancy.
And just guilty of running in behind their own players there. I think that was Benny Litchfield on the ball.
I think that's one of his skills, isn't it? That he does do some really, what did I say? Out of it passes.
Yeah,
that you're
yeah.
not really expecting. He
Yeah.
can really just release them in angles that you're not sure.
Yeah, he's
About.
got some unorthodox skills.
He does. That's a good word for it.
Yeah, it's a nice word for it. We'll go with out of it.
Out of yeah. No, I like unorthodox.
Here's Tamaki at the back through Adam Banks. Banks has Dempster and Mitch Murray. Those two pivots working really well for Tamaki at the moment.
And it's a bullet into the circle. He was looking for a little touch from his player, but didn't quite find it.
Yeah, Bronson Baker with a 4-down fine leg.
Oh, he
4
just-
runs on the board.
Let's just stand on the hotline. It's
Yeah.
bound to come to me.
Cool as anything. He's going to need to be here with Tymon Iverson.
Oh, tidy skills from Taimana.
And the penalty corner coming for Tamaki Makoto. And there's those skills again. You see the replay, thanks to One Foundation. In, around, away.
Oh, I love watching that kind of stuff.
That's hard to stop that. He gets on a roll.
It's also hard to control it. You've beaten 1, 2, 3. You're on your 4th. Now what are you going to do?
Yep.
You're on the baseline. He's
And
going
I
to get the
think-
PC. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised. First bracket here, Jacob Balkake. He's got a bit of a rocket on the corner. Loves a roof.
Oh,
Missed trap. Unfortunate. And that's the end of the quarter. There, as the ball had gone out of the 5-yard circle. Whistle for the umpire. So 1-0 the score here between Tamaki and Taitukido.
I think we've seen probably a majority of the possession with Tamaki here and being really patient around the back. They hold a lot of the ball around the back and playing into the middle and back out again. But then we also do have that threat where Te Taitukido like to go fast and go forward.
Yep.
And you're right, you spoke about it before about sometimes it comes off, but sometimes people just aren't ready for it. So I would imagine they'd be talking a little about capitalising it a little bit more on receiving those balls going forward. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. They play two quite contrasting styles. Tamaki really comfortable with playing those two pivots and Callum Dempster and Mitch Murray in the middle of the field and accessing different areas of the field using those two as pivots. Whereas Taitukido, they want to have a crack. They run and gun. They want to catch defenders out of position. They probably don't quite have the personnel to build up as well as the Tamaki do, but they've got the exponent where if they can have a crack going forward, guys like Ethan Codlin, George Greenhill can put pressure on a goal. And if they get a penalty corner, Bronson Baker, probably one of the best in the tournament with the drag flick. You know, we talk about guys like Denham Clark, Jacob Alkake. Bronson Baker's right up there with those guys. So
Absolutely.
if they can win themselves a PC, even if it's through a bit of a fortuitous type of play, he's every chance at having a crack.
I'd love to see that, Love to see them get up into the circle, win a PC, and then just see him come forward and just have a little speculation up there.
Yeah.
Because it would be against Harley.
Yep.
Which is a very strong goalkeeper as well. So, matching those two up would be good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're away here in the second quarter. We said 1-0 the score. It was the goal to Jacob Balkake that separates the teams at the moment.
And here we go again, Auckland, Tamaki. Tamaki maintaining possession of the ball and just happy to bounce it around and see what gaps open up through the middle. We do have a few opening up.
Yeah, you can see Taitukido happy to play in this half-court press at the moment and just allow Tāmaki to try and make the mistake. There it nearly was. The intercept there, opportunity. So I think that could be a bit of a change of tact from the coaching, just to try and mitigate some of the effect of those two pivots.
Yeah.
Just packing more players into that half-court press and cutting down some of those spaces.
Yeah, it definitely makes it more difficult, and it does mean that Tāmaki have to be more patient. The more that you can get that defense moving, the more you can catch them on flat lines, and then you'll find your lines forward.
Interestingly enough, you probably couldn't quite hear it on the call, but just out of shot.
Shot coming in from Tāmaki, but it was nicely cleaned up.
You could hear Harley talking to his two middle defenders or two deep defenders saying, the overhead threat's going to come and he can throw it that far. Don't get caught up too high if we turn the ball over. So they're aware of it.
Circle entry again. Running along the baseline, he didn't quite find his player.
Yeah, I think it came up off one of the sticks, perhaps his own. It looks like Marky Jr. there potentially taking a knock to the melon.
So it's a free hit out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taitokido.
Yeah, free hit out, and he is just going to have to go and check that he's all good, Marky Jr.
Now, what is the rule there? Is he getting told to go off, or is Mark going off?
I'm not entirely sure what the go is. I don't know if we're quite got to the NRL HIA protocols just yet.
We did play some of them at National League, though.
Yeah. It's even in our intercity club competition, any head knocks require a clearance as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the go is, although I did see this morning a player, first runner, took one on the head and just kept playing.
Here we go. Oh. We just had a queue in between that player and...
Yeah. Here we go. This is the attack with pace. Caleb Williamson here for Taitokido, still going. Williamson.
Strong physical challenge there, and that's what we like to see at Māori hockey, isn't it?
Yep. And I tell you what, Caleb Williamson loves that stuff. He's gets in amongst it, loves a tough carry. This one, George Greenhill.
Oh, they're in the
Greenhill,
circle.
Straight on the leg there, Georgie Greenhill.
Didn't we just talk about it? Here it is.
Yep.
For everyone to see.
So George Greenhill, like I said, he's the target for them going forward. He's a real gun up the front. Plays his club hockey for Collegians in Hamilton. And up will come Bronson Baker.
Just casually strolling out.
Yeah. As if he's just piped one 240 metres down the 10th fairway at Northland Golf Club. Walking up the middle of the park, he goes.
Bit of a smile on his face. Let's go.
So here it is. It'll be Baker on the bracket. You're not fooling anybody by setting up a second bracket.
No, I was just going to say that. They're not setting up two brackets, are they?
No. Here it is. Out to Litchfield. It's trapped. It's flicked. Oh. Save, Harley Cooper. And just like that, Harley Cooper low diving down to his right. Makes the save.
Probably at one of the easier heights for goalkeepers to save, you know, at that mid-range height.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is one thing, you know, especially going against one of a taller goalkeeper. Does make it a little bit harder for someone like Harley to get into those areas, but when you're that, the class of Harley Cooper, it's hard to beat him at the best of times.
I mean, he might be getting on in age, but his mobility seems to still be pretty tight.
Yeah, and has for years been the benchmark of goalkeeping at this tournament.
Absolutely.
For years and years. I mentioned earlier.
For years.
Yeah. Yep.
And years.
Yep. Yeah, and there's only... he's been a mainstay not only for Tāmaki but for the New Zealand Māori Tāne team as well.
For goalkeepers all over, really, he's very happy to give some advice, and if you're happy to hear a pretty brutally honest piece of advice, he'll give it to you. Yeah,
of course, incredibly successful too with North Harbour in the NHL, and they're winning titles over the years as well. And here is Tāmaki, Mitch Murray in the middle of the field with a bit of time. Out they go. Good contest there. Bronson Baker cleans up for Tai Tokido. And Solomon high up plank there, doing well. Wins a free hit.
Yeah.
He'll move forward.
Here comes that threat of the overhead. And we do have someone set up for it, just didn't manage to catch it. And you're right, that running forward as it's coming.
Yeah, it's not easy.
No, it's a very hard skill to do. So when one of them get caught, it's going to be a good day for Te Tai Tokido.
Yeah, it was one of the Litchfield boys, I believe, again up trying to get that one. And just an unforced error from Tāmaki. Just trying to shift the ball around the back.
Just see Mitch Murray holding his hand up. Sorry. Not very happy about that pass.
Ball at the back. Harrison Cochrane here, he'll roll it. Actually, he's under a bit of pressure here. Cochrane, he's only got Bronson Baker with him.
Yeah, so if you just have a look at their structure, they've got three at the back with two high centre midfielders, which makes it very hard when the that half just gets pressed there.
And just looking, Jake Balkaki just trying to link up with TJ Huranui in the circle. Got a little bit big, the overhead there.
Wouldn't have that been exciting, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, another unforced error in the middle of the field, and Tāmaki come forward but just don't manage to trap it. 16-yard hit for Te Tai Tokido.
Again, there's the overhead. Out to his brother. Not taken cleanly, so Tymon Iverson allowed to come away with it. Great pass. Here come Tāmaki up at the circle. It's not clear yet. Lewis Rose. Well defended there by Tai Tokido. In the end, Harrison Cochrane getting out to challenge the shot. And Lewis Rose is taken away from the middle of the field. It's Tymon Iverson again.
Just probing again, just eyes up. I don't think they should be looking to go through the middle there. They're pretty stacked with the Tai Tokido players. This is a good entrance through the baseline, and that's and that's what you want to be seeing. So there's about 7 players standing right in the middle of the field there for Te Tai Tokido. So around and the outside is money. Yeah,
that entry down the baseline into TJ Huranui was a really classy play. And that's a nice cut ball. Picked up well by the bank manager himself, Adam. the Monopoly man. Here is TJ Huranui. And that had a bit of zing on it as well. To be a long corner, though, off the stick of a defender.
Those are actually pretty good, eh? Those bullet passes, but with a little skip on them.
Yeah.
Really hard to defend. You've got to have your eye in really well.
We need to get somebody standing in front. He's getting that ball too easily.
So Mitch Murray takes Lewis Rose here. Rose searching. Another bouncy one off the stick of Litchfield.
Yeah, just looking for a crash ball, but they didn't really have the lines there for the crash ball.
Great intercept there by Ethan Codlin. Trent Hawke just overruns that, gets it back though.
Here he goes, keeps it in.
Chance Wilson Harding, I think there, yeah, Chance. Again, Banksy with a bit of time. Up come the Tai Tokido strikers.
Yeah, and this is good for Tāmaki, keeping them spread apart, but another unforced error.
Yeah, they're just getting into some awkward positions there, the Tai Tokido defenders, and making it difficult for Tāmaki. I think you were right. They were just trying to spread them out to get them out of that half-court press, and they'd done it. But the unforced error down the sideline is not what they wanted.
Look at this press from Tāmaki, though. There was like 5 of them up there.
Yeah.
With three Te Tai Tokido players, and they're just too easy to turn over.
Yeah, it's a Mark Balkake special, that one. Throw everything at them, make it difficult for them to get out.
I love this. Unfortunately not able to keep the ball under control.
Big transfer, heap of space out here for Liam Williams. And the overhead into Huranui.
Oh, that's exciting. Wow.
You ramped it the wrong way.
Yeah, bang it backwards over
Yeah.
your head.
Yeah. I think he was torn between, do I trap it or do I just try
give it a
one
go?
tuck? Yeah, yeah.
Which would be very hard to do, but
Yeah.
oh. Now that would be a goal.
Greenhill here, searching. Greenhill has Bailey Gorry.
Oh, just runs it over the baseline.
Callum Dempster here on the ball. Just searching for a pass. He's got Lewis Rose in front of him. Opts for Timon Iverson.
Brother linking up
Yep.
here. Goes back to his brother a bit. Yep. There's just something about having siblings on the field, eh?
Mm.
You just know where each other are going.
Yeah, here they go. There's the shot.
What a good touch.
Yeah, and the save.
What a good save.
Yeah, Kahalane's had a good first half in goal for Taitokito. He's had to do a fair bit. Just that absolute specky that Jacob Alkaki scored, which I don't think many goalkeepers would save.
Oh, man. I always say if it's going side net or top roof,
Yep.
how are they supposed to save that?
Harley will tell you, just put your shoulder up and just use your head. And
Yeah. Move faster. Get over quicker.
Yeah.
You're right.
There we go, Tamaki again. There's the long-handed
Crash
entry. TJ Huranui takes some skin off, young fella.
Yeah.
in
What's
there.
happened to that? That's two across the face of the goal now.
I don't know. I used to just dive after the ball went past to make it look like I was trying. No one can really tell.
Yeah. They always look, oh, he
Oh,
dove.
pressure. Here's a shot. Opportunity. Oh, well defended. Benny Litchfield. This one, TJ
Well
Huranui.
brought in. Oh, missed the shot.
And the air swing. So again, the defensive work from...
Just practicing his golf swing there.
yeah. Yeah, TJ with the pitching wedge. Oh, that's a suicide pass in there. There we go. Timana Iverson loses his footing.
Here he is with his
Yeah.
unorthodox playing.
Here we go. Callum Dempster out around the edge of the circle. The shot is wayward there from Geordie T.
Bit of a hard angle to hit that one.
Yeah, it was just coming in on an awkward angle and a little bit of a bounce on it. The final minute or so in this first half. Still just 1-0 to Tamaki, the Jacob Balkake goal. Yes, nicely intercepted by Banks. Here he is. Looking, searching. There's a nice pass.
And a call against them. I couldn't quite see what happened there, but
Yeah,
so Tātoka take it quick.
I think that they had sticks tangled up, and the defender who went to trap the ball was caught on the stick of one of the Tamaki players.
Well, great eyes from that far back there, Brad.
Yeah, I'll claim that. Benny Litchfield on the ball. Oh, this is trouble. There's only 15 or so seconds left.
Oh, the keeper. Oh,
Yeah, big penalty corner there.
keeper comes out though. That's quite vital, eh? Getting out real quick, especially if they've got two defenders on him. You work with the three of you to turn that ball over.
Yeah, and this could be huge in the play of the games. We see this turnover here.
Great turnover. Moving with the speed. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He just got sandwiched, didn't he?
I think the bigger problem just at the turnover is the defender actually dropped his stick for Taitokito. So I had to go back and get it, which took another defender out of play there. So big opportunity here for Tamaki to go in, potentially 2-0 up.
Okay, double bracket again. This always has me guessing. What's going to happen?
Messi.
Did they just run a box?
And they defend it well there. Taitukido. So no change to that score. Just send a quick little apology out to those that are on the mini golf course and mini trains next door who had to try and dodge their way away from that.
Did it go that far?
Clearance.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness, there's little kids and everything over there.
However, back on our turf, it's Tāne quarterfinal number 1. Tāmaki A taking on Taitukido. Tāmaki up 1-0 over Taitukido half time here. And it's a real arm wrestle, this game. Neither team have been able to really get into their groove, although I know Taitukido like to play the scrambly, fast-paced, counter-attack style of hockey, so Tāmaki just trying to figure that out more than anything. I think Josh Kahalane in goal here for Taitukido has been really good, keeping them in the game so far. Defensively, their effort's been solid. And Tāmaki, despite having a fair chunk of the possession, the opportunity going forward, and shots on goal.
Yeah, quite a few shots on goal, and a couple of their passes going across the face of the goal with no one really making an effort to get onto the end of that ball.
Yeah.
Which I would love to see, really, because those kind of goals are just classy goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. As we see some of these highlights from that first half. And as we mentioned, just a little bit scrappy from Tāmaki at the top of their penalty corner. They've had a couple now where they just haven't been able to execute and get anything really on target.
I was just watching these replays. It looks like sometimes the drag out might have gone to the wrong person, because you'd see one person set up and then the other one kind of step back and go, oops, oh, now I've got to go get it.
Right. Yeah, that was the penalty. That was the penalty corner that Bronson Baker had at Harley Cooper. Well saved in the end by Harley Cooper. We expect nothing less from the big man in goal for Tāmaki. And the shot there again, well saved by Kahalane in goal for Taitukido.
And you see these replays are all dominated by Tāmaki, pretty much. So a majority of the attack has come from Tāmaki, but we have seen the odd appearance of the Taitukido players coming forward and seeing what they can do in the circle after being successful once and managed to get a PC. But I would love to see them try and read those overheads a little bit better and be able to catch them as they're coming, because he's pretty accurate with where he puts them.
Yeah, it's a real skill that he's got there, Bronson Baker, but you're right, their attackers just need to get into better spots to be able to receive that ball going forward to really affect that counter-attack. They're trying to take them quickly, and I know it's tough mahi trying to get up ahead of the pace of the ball, but if they just put that little bit of extra legwork in, it could be huge for them in terms of creating an attacking opportunity.
Yeah, and you talk about it being tough mahi, it really is, because they're playing a half-court press at the moment, a majority of the time. And when you turn the ball over and you have someone like Bronson who wants to send it up quickly, it's really hard to get from halfway all the way up to close to baseline. That's a quick sprint.
Yeah, so things like regular subs will play a huge part in it. As we look at some of the results from those are yesterday's games, yesterday's morning games. We see a big one there. What do you, Wairiki Kōwhai, the big number. It wasn't big this morning though, the score.
Oh man, that was actually a really enjoyable game to play. Really physical, some really good skills shown out by our opposition, and I hope that our next games are just going to be exactly the same. Some of the other scores, of course, that tight one you mentioned, Wairiki Matarai going down to Tairāwhiti, 1-0 in a game yesterday morning. Taururangi, they started their tournament well with a 5-0 win, and we saw them just earlier get through to tomorrow's semi-finals. In the second half of yesterday, we saw Tāmaki A arrive with a big win over their B-boys, although their B-boys will come through to the final after they beat Waikato B 4-0. Very good.
The Waikato A men's side, they're looking really good. They beat Tairāwhiti yesterday, and then Taitukido again this morning to go through top of their pool. We'll see them a little bit later on in a quarterfinal. All of the results can be found on New Zealand Māori Hockey Facebook page and through Play HQ, where all the scores, live scoring is happening. Of course, our live streams on New Zealand Māori Hockey YouTube and the local Gecko Productions website. Brought to you thanks to One Foundation for your sponsor of this weekend's live stream.
So we're back on now. We've just swapped sides, so we'll be watching Tāmaki down underneath us now.
Yeah, we might have to be up on our tippy toes a little bit more this this quarter with the action down below. And some of the other scores coming in from games. Taitokoro A took care of Tāmaki B 9-0 in the last round of games. Here is Hera Iverson. Iverson looking. Iverson.
Nice! Oh,
Geordie
goal.
T.
That was beautiful. Not going into the congestion too early, but making his way around the outside, across the face of the goal. And hey, someone's on that post this time.
That was beautiful. We watched the replay here. Hera Iverson just gets the turn and burn on Benny Litchfield. Rolls it across, and Geordie Thomas, cool as you like, unmarked on the left post. That is what good hockey looks like.
Tāmaki on the attack again, looking to come through the 25 and stacked up with defenders with a nice little tackle there. Probing the outside of the circle here with a reverse stick shot. Goes high and wide.
Yeah, Geordie T not executing that one. It looks like whatever Cake said at half time, he's fired these Tāmaki boys up because they've come out with a real pep in their step here, the Tāmaki boys.
Yeah, absolutely, and we like to see it too because we want some exciting stuff going forward. Oh, that was a really tidy elimination, and another one. Keeps possession of the ball.
Yeah, Liam Williams got a ton of skill and speed there for Tāmaki. Here's Hera Iverson linking back up with Williams.
Oh!
Another shot.
Yeah. You're right, there's quite a few shots in that last 2 minutes.
Yep.
It's only been 2 minutes. And we've got a splitting press here by Tāmaki, and they just want to keep him on one side. Keep him away from Bronson. That's their real big threat for distribution.
Yeah. Yeah, smart play there. Again, that'll be something that's been identified.
Yeah, it could do two things, couldn't it? I mean, there's no reason why some of these boys couldn't try an overhead.
Yep.
But maybe they're just not confident enough to do it.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I don't know how much these teams are able to train before tournament, but what sort of game plans and things are drawn up. Here's Iverson again, kicked clear.
I like that touch. I like that little pass floated towards the goalkeeper.
Yeah, just chucking it into the mixer.
Right, and if it's going towards the goal, it's better than not going towards it at all.
That's it. It's an opportunity. Here's Williams along the baseline. And the penalty corner here for Tāmaki.
Yep, high fives all around by the Tāmaki boys. They're pretty happy with how they've come out and started this quarter. I would be too. All right, double drag flick threat at the top again.
Jacob Belkake gets that one away.
Oh, hits the post.
Off the post.
That was a bullet.
We've got another opportunity here just outside the circle. Here's Geordie Thomas. Thomas looking. Thomas.
Yeah, good option. Just keep the ball. There's not a lot for him to go forward. And then he just hits it away, but straight into the foot, so that's all right. That's probably not the best discipline by that defender. If the umpire tells you to move, just move. You're not going to win that.
Yeah.
Good setup of an attack here.
Belkake, and it goes.
Oh,
Geordie Thomas first to it. shot at goal, and they'll get the penalty corner for it as well.
Goalkeeper just unable to play that ball down. He plays it straight back out into the player, creating a bit of danger, the umpire says. So he's going to go with a PC. Gone for a single bracket now, I guess just the kake.
Yeah, Jake,
Kake
Bell
flick.
Kake. Again, Messi gets a shot away, too high.
Yeah, the trips just haven't been on, have they?
No, there's a little error there in the penalty corner bracket, which is a shame because I'd love to see Jacob be able to just rip a couple. We saw the one that hit the post.
Yeah, and setting up for a flick is obviously easier if the ball is exactly where you need it to be.
Yep.
So the drag out needs to be flat and accurate. The trap has to be dead. And they just win themselves a tidy little PC again.
Yeah, just caught inside the circle there, Benny Litchfield.
Yeah, it's pretty important, isn't it? As soon as you're going to challenge someone, if you're near the circle edge, just take that one step outside.
Wriggle your toes a little bit.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
You might be tired, you might be fatigued, but
Yeah.
just get outside of that circle. I want to see Mitch do a flick.
Belkake, that one's better. Then the pickup wasn't clean. Oh, we get a trap.
Oh, can't win everything. Strong challenge on the outside has just
Yeah, a little bit
convinced
too much.
the umpire that that's worthy of a PC. I mean, like,
I don't mind the challenge actually.
it's kind of Māori hockey, isn't it? That's just, you get that on just walking down the street with each other. But nonetheless, he's not happy with it, so that challenge has been given a PC. Again, we have Mitch set up almost at every PC, but we haven't seen him.
Oh, they go short. Callum Dempster. And they'll get another one.
That would hurt.
Yeah, Ethan Codlin runs one down. He's going to get back in and run again.
Doesn't seem too phased about that hit in the foot.
Nah, he's a tough young fella.
Lovely, lovely trap. Interesting, eh?
That's a really good
Interesting. If that was his foot in front of the goal, he was
Yeah,
behind the goalkeeper.
I actually think that's a really quality save there by Benny Litchfield.
Yeah, that was really good.
Fortunately, I know Benny, and he's an incredibly talented cricketer. I would have it a guess that was probably middle of the bat.
He was indicating that it was too.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely finish there.
Excellent skill, Jacob Belkake. They finally get one from that series of penalty corners. It had to come. It was PC after PC.
It was bound to happen, Brad.
Yeah.
If you have that many PCs, then one of them's going to come off.
Yeah, and isn't it interesting that it came off the one that broke down? They didn't get the flick away. They went freestyle.
That's almost everyone, though, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
And that's his style, isn't it? The free,
Absolutely.
the free kind of flowing hockey. We don't have a plan. I'm just going to play what's happening in front of me.
Yeah.
That's the kake style. Not just one of them, both of them are
Yeah.
like that. Must have got that from their, well, I don't even know, from their mum or their dad.
Both of them.
And we have to talk it over the circle entry, and I do want to see them get something going goalward towards
Yeah.
Harley. Just make him work a little bit.
Yeah.
Make him put a sweat on his forehead.
It's awesome to see Harley when he gets into full flight, because, man, there's nothing better than seeing him diving around the place making saves.
Yeah.
Here's Geordie Thomas taking on Arlo Baker. Thomas, well defended there by Arlo Baker. Under the watchful eye of his older brother.
We have an opportunity to recycle around the back here, but they've not opted for that.
Yeah, turnover straight at the edge of the circle. Hit Iverson, goes himself. Great patience
back
showed
of
there
the
by
stick,
Bronson
okay.
Baker. Yeah, I think it probably did bobble onto the back stick there.
Oh, it doesn't matter. No one saw it. No, I think I scored a goal yesterday from outside the circle, but no one saw it, so that doesn't matter, does it?
We see the shots on goal graphic there at the moment, 13 to Tamaki, and just the one for Taitokerau, that one being the penalty corner flick Bronson had. And there is, although we better just make sure that
Penalty corner
that's there.
attacks, yeah.
Attacking penalty corner is 9 to 1 to Tamaki Makoto. So, yeah,
Great to have these stats up here so we can see them, isn't it?
pretty
That's
dominant, really, the way that the game's played out here, Tamaki Makoto. These 2 goals in this quarter really started to showcase that. 1-0 at halftime probably didn't please the Tamaki bench too much, given the flow of the game, but now they've started to really show their dominance.
Yeah, it's a sunny, warm day out here, and the turf's drying up a little bit. I'm sure people's energy levels will be going down just a tad. So we'll see how these last 2 quarters end up.
All right. Again,
Half court press again from Te Taitokerau. They're just happy to sit back and wait and watch the Tāmaki boys pass the ball around the back. They're going to have to show a bit of magic to open some space up, or just keep passing the ball around.
oh, good touch there. I'll take the long corner through Iverson. Dempster flips it back to Iverson.
Oh, tidy. Oh,
Well saved there by Caroline. Excellent work.
great goalkeeping
Yeah,
there.
excellent stuff. They're just given too much space there, Tamaki. Oh, what a trap.
Lovely trap. And he's just going to hold the ball, isn't he? Look at this. What's he got? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, penalty corner. The call there.
Strong challenge, Brad. Strong challenge. Not quite happy with it.
And this one there, that was great goalkeeping there by Kahalane. But yeah, the next one seemed to, yeah.
We're going to change up of PC options here. I would say the boys that are usually on are probably on the bench. Just skims the foot there of the first runner.
Callum Dempster there
Or is he
going
saying
the
it's-
upright hit. And they'll go a replay on the penalty corner.
Also love a good upright hit, eh?
Yep, love it. Absolutely love it. Mistrap.
Another
They're going to have
mistrap.
to freestyle. That's not a good
Miss
freestyle.
pass. Baseline's open though, and yes, he goes there. Couple of options going forward, but nicely picked up by captain of the Taitokerau team.
Yeah. Oh, stripped there, timing it. Here's Huranui, TJ Huranui.
Oh, and it rolls in past the
It
goalkeeper.
is going to roll in.
A bit of anti-skill just duped the keeper.
TJ Huranui, one of his absolute finest. Put that on the highlights reel. It's unfortunate for all the good goalkeeping Josh Kahalane's been doing today.
It's always those ones though.
Yeah.
You know.
And he knew it straight away. He expected the shot to come, the little 3D bounce, and
It's almost like the good classic, someone winds up for a hit at the goal,
Yeah.
but then just duffs the hit, and then
Yeah.
it bounces really slowly. The keeper's already moved to make the save, and it just bounces past them.
Yeah, and that the fourth goal now for Tāmaki. They've really pushed out this third quarter.
Gonna blow a hand through.
And that's the end of our third quarter here. We've had 3 goals coming from the Tāmaki boys in this one quarter, and I think we've just seen a little bit more fatigue come from the Te Tai Tokerau team. Perhaps it's the heat or the amount of games that they've played already. But the Tāmaki boys just choose not to take the foot off the throttle, and I suppose they'll come into the fourth quarter exactly the same way.
Yeah. They'll have their eyes firmly planted on tomorrow's semi-final. Now, Tāmaki, certainly you'd love to see a team score 4 goals back the other way, but in this heat and the way that this game's going, I'd say it's probably a bridge too far now for the Tai Tokerau boys. So Tāmaki, they'll want to finish this one strong. Tai Tokerau same, they've got a 5th to 8th likely to play for the remainder of the tournament, but just too clinical that third quarter by Tāmaki.
Yeah, and you go forward and you do look to what you can still achieve in this last quarter as a coach, and maybe the option isn't to claw back a win, but to work on some of the way that they defend together and the little touches that they make off each other. Maybe their first touch on the ball. There's still lots of things that they can do to work forward into the next games. And likewise for the Tāmaki team, I mean, I know as a coach I wouldn't probably be too happy with their PC options and the skills that they're executing there. They're also giving some wayward passes, which you wouldn't be too happy with going forward into a final, but and that's not to actually discredit the amazing patience and skills that they've had with some of the amazing goals that have gone on from their players. Yeah,
and they've shown all the class, certainly in that third quarter, but you're right, there will be some things that Mark Kake and Sammy Hewitt in the dugout there for Tāmaki will say, that's not going to be good enough come tomorrow and come the final if they get there on Monday. However, they got 15 minutes to fix up as much of that as they can. And that one's not a good start there by Tai Tokerau.
And we'll see Te Tai Tokerau fall back again into their half-court press, just chilling, while Tāmaki do the same, just try and probe around with the ball.
Yeah, their ball movement's been far superior, Tāmaki, in this game. Benny Litchfield showing his skill with the stick pretty well there to match up with Tāmaki Iverson.
I would say so. But he gets it back.
Yep, he'll have another crack at it now.
Ball.
And that one, middle of the bat again. Benny Litchfield got a good eye on him.
And they'll go forward again, just looking for some circle entry that they could safely get. And they find one, and they find the foot.
A penalty corner there for Tāmaki Makaurau.
Yeah, having a little hui at the top of the circle there, just solidifying who's doing what role out there or what pacey option that they're going to take.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, it's probably the part of their game that's been the most disappointing today, their penalty corner bracket. So a lot to work on here.
Oh, nice.
The variation, shot saved. Again.
The variation well read, though, by number 17 from Te Tai Tokerau.
And back in the circle for Tāmaki Iverson. Does well there, Arlo Baker.
Yeah, good team defence there by Te Tai Tokerau, with the goalkeeper coming out and then the player just cleaning up in front of him. Tāmaki dribbling around the edge of the circle, just head up.
Here's the shot, and again, well defended by Tai Tokerau. As much as the score says 4-0, this Tai Tokerau team should take a lot out of the defensive work that they've done today. On any other day, this game could have easily been up towards the double digits.
Yeah, it absolutely could have. This Te Tai Tokerau team have just stopped threat after threat. This has been a lot of the minutes in this game have been, especially the second half, has been in their defensive 25 and even in the circle itself. So they should definitely be happy with what they've done there.
Yeah, and unfortunately their kind of fast-paced attack just off the back of their half-court, just so hard to get that really to work against a team like this Tāmaki side who, you know, are pretty well organised at the back. You've got Adam Banks back there, you've got Cal Dempster, Harley talking. They're a tough nut to crack at the best of times. So
yeah. And just as they've made that breach forward, and they did really well to get that high up the field, they're just giving the ball straight back to Tāmaki. Which is always unfortunate, eh? They're not very happy with that. And they decide to go take it fast, Tāmaki, and just like that, they're in the attacking 25 with a midfield player running forward.
Good challenge there from Hainga Plank there. Tai Tokerau, he'll come away with the ball, roll it down to Gori. Picked up.
Eh?
Yep. There he is. JT.
You mentioned him before. He's not the, I would say, biggest of players, but he covers a massive zone.
He's really quick across the first sort of 30, 40 metres.
He's rapid.
Banksy, and he gets up and down the park pretty quick. I know he's come in with a bit of a knee niggle out of the back end of NHC. Didn't play NHC.
Yeah, that's right. I did see him down there, wondering why he's...
Taken quickly here, Jacob Alkake.
And just too easy for Bronson to just... I'll take that, thank you.
Bronson got some mahi to do now. Putting in the hard yards there. Big B. Dempster. Oh, that's
some lovely skill.
That's
What's he got?
gorgeous. Cal Dempster. Just one too far there.
Yeah, it is really hard, eh? If you're going to put it around a player, it's hard to come back around the other side and collect it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what's going to happen here? This is a good attacking advantage. Oh, they had a numerical advantage.
Just couldn't get the passes connecting.
Yeah, fatigue setting in, I think. Players not running back. Massive line to the top of the circle opened up.
Geordie.
With a shot and well saved.
And save.
Yeah, well saved, nice and calm. Straight out to his own player, Bronson.
And wins the free hit really well, cleaned up there in the end.
Oh. Just a bit slippery. Slippery or shoes or something. Thought it would be quite dry out there.
There it goes, Harrison Cochran just breaking infield. There's a little bit of space, but that disappears pretty quickly. And here comes Adam Banks.
Tidy little roll by Adam in the middle.
Lovely second phase there. Hedda Iverson just gets a boot on it though.
Yeah, I was actually their defensive tackling by Tāmaki have been quite good. They come in twos. You know, that's much harder to eliminate than it is if you come in ones.
Here's Benny Litchfield on the ball, rolls it back out to Bronson Baker. Turn over there, Iverson looking, searching, finds the foot of Bronson Baker. Callum Dempster showing his skill. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and chops one wide. Cal Dempster.
Very exciting though.
In my expert opinion, he probably should have passed it to Tymon Iverson.
I would have to agree with that, but did get us both off of our seats.
Look, absolutely. There's some skill and a half out of Cal Dempster. It's good to see him here for Tāmaki. Of course, playing his hockey up at the Buzzy Bees in North Harbour.
Turned over. Attacking opportunity again.
Quinton Smith.
Man, what is up with this? Hey, go. Got a free forehand hit. No, I'm going to take it to my reverse.
Quentin Smith, who started the tournament, or the game certainly, as a wing half, worked his way up the front, got his big moment for glory, and it got called back for back of the stick.
Is he a wing half? He's playing
He's playing up the front at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Classy from Bronson Baker.
Would you say he's kind of like a putty or a tinger? Just don't go through him.
Yep. Go anywhere else.
Yeah, just not through him.
I know he doesn't like running, so get him running. Trust me, he doesn't go to the golf course to do sprints. And they'll happily see some more seconds roll off this clock. Both teams here would much rather be in the pool or out in the ocean than where they are at the moment.
Oh, that sounds nice, actually.
Here we go. Big opportunity for the big fella.
Harley's in. Hey, Harley's out. Go!
There's a
Oh,
goal!
my goodness.
There it is.
That was actually really good play by that attacker.
Yep.
Knowing that Harley's coming out, the only way to get around him is just lay it off to your player.
Yep,
Great
goalie was
option.
out. George Hesied on the ball. And it was Trent Hawke in the end who got the touch up into the roof. But put that one down to our big Ray. Ray Campbell for Taitukido. The patience for a player like that taking on Harley, just to hold the ball up, find his teammate. George Greenhill did the work.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
fortunately for Taitukido, they will take something out of this game on the scoreboard as well. That they've been tough. The scoreboard, I know, doesn't reflect that because they've had a lot of defensive effort and a lot of defensive work to do. However, I'm glad that they did get something on the scoreboard for their effort today. There you go. Might go again here. Chance Wilson Harding linking up. That one goes past Bailey Gorry. And I think that might be their second shot for the game.
Their second shot, 50%.
Look,
shot.
you take it.
That's very impressive, isn't it?
There we go. 18 shots on for Tāmaki. 2 for Taitukido. One being Bronson Baker's flick saved earlier.
Yeah.
And the second being that one there that found the back of the net. So if nothing else, call it stats.
Yeah.
Percentages.
Percentages look great for the Taitukido at the moment.
Here we go. Mitch Murray pulls that one in. And there's...
Yeah.
It is. There's a couple of people calling for the back of the stick on that first little deflection or shot. Just got a little bit messy in there in the end. So penalty corner for Tāmaki.
A little bit messy, a little bit desperate.
Yeah. Again, though, really good goalkeeping from the Taitukido goalkeeper. He's going to have another job to do here now.
Oh, Mitch
Murray.
Oh,
Save
what an
again.
amazing flick. Tries to go over the goalkeeper's head,
Yeah.
but he had that.
Oh. Here comes Mitch Murray again. What's his option?
Layoff. Oh,
His option was straight to Benny Litchfield's forehand, unfortunately.
yeah, thank you very much. They've got a little bit of energy that's just come out of
I think that goal.
that goal. Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes, and unfortunately in this case it's probably come too little and too late. You imagine had it been at that half time when it was 1-0, how much things could have changed.
Oh.
Out come Tāmaki with the outlet now. Geordie Thomas rolls it forward for Lewis Rose. Lewis Rose has the edge of the circle.
Oh, looks for his far posty player,
Oh.
but doesn't quite find him because we've got some good running defensive work by the Taitukido team.
Excellent touch there by Arlo Baker, just disrupting the ball across to Mitch Murray. Jacob Alkaki on the ball. There is Lewis Rose. Goes over. No way. Not through Benny Litchfield.
He's not doing too bad, isn't he, this game?
Yep. Like I said, he You've got incredible hand-eye coordination, an excellent cricket batsman for the OC club up in Whangarei.
So we just see a different player on the Taitokerau team giving those overheads a go, which I actually commend him for that, because you can't just bank on one person to be able to do it, and once he gets the confidence to be able to throw them, that'll be a whole nother asset to his game. All right, nice little tackling defence there from Te Taitokerau as they come forward. They'll be desperate to find something else, but they were unable to. It's turned over really easily in the middle by Tamaki, and kind of like just ping-pong hockey a little bit.
Back and forth, yeah. That's the fatigue. We probably know the result's done now. Let's just get through this last 90 seconds. And
hey, stranger things have happened, I know. But
look, yep.
Actually, this kind of scenario has actually happened before. I mean, internationally.
Yeah. I mean, I will say things are a little bit different when the clock stops for goals and PCs and things. It's not going to be stopping out here.
No, that's correct.
Oh, great pickup. Kiha Iverson. TJ Huranui, one touch in. Jacob Alkake, Lewis Rose, Timon Iverson.
Oh, here he is.
Shot, save.
Oh, goal! Just a cracker of a hit into the top of the goal there.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not stopping that one. When you give Jacob Alkake that much space, that much time at the top of the circle with a pretty open goal, as we see the replay, thanks to One Foundation. Goalkeeper was stuck on that post after making the save. Yeah, goalkeeper and player got a little bit tangled up.
Didn't you say it before, doesn't he just like a show of a goal, doesn't he?
Yep.
Those all of his go top net.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't push them in the corner.
No, I don't think I've seen one hit the backboard.
No.
But never mind the backboard when you can hit it top net.
Yeah, and that whistle now, there is the end of our first Tāne quarterfinal, and just like that, Tāmaki booked themselves a spot in tomorrow's semi-final with a 5-1 win over Taitokerau. They're the first team through to the Tāne semi-finals. Unfortunately for us, we're going to have all three remaining Tāne quarterfinals coming up on Turf 1. And that one goes the way of the defending champs. What an exciting game, but well-deserved, I think, in the end by the Tāmaki team.
Well deserved by the Tāmaki team, and they do have some things to work on going forward if they're going to face teams like Wairiki. But also, I'd have to commend that Te Taitokerau team for not giving up and for actually working on things themselves. I mean, they had a lot more patience going forward in their attack in that last half of the game, which before they were doing the send the ball, and seeing what could happen for that after that, but they started to just wait for things to be on and then pass the ball, which moved forward into them to be able to score a goal past Harley Kopa, which was a very impressive goal. And they did lose today, and they weren't. They probably won't be happy with that, but Tāmaki definitely the stronger side out of the two coming into tomorrow. They'll be happy with that.
Yeah, and we'll be back very shortly with the next Tāne quarterfinal. It's been an awesome start to our quarterfinals. I've been Brad Pittman, joined by Uri Wahepi. We'll be back with the next Tāne quarterfinal coming up at 3 o'clock. It's Wairiki Matawhora taking on Wairiki Whakapounako. We'll be back soon. Ngā mihi nui ki a koutou, mā te wā. See you then.